You wake up. You slept 8 hours. Maybe even 9. And yet, you feel absolutely exhausted before the day even begins. You drag yourself to the coffee machine, stare at the wall, and wonder why everyone else seems to have energy you simply don't. Here's what nobody tells you. The number of hours you sleep is almost irrelevant if you're ignoring the 3 things that actually determine your energy levels. And no, it's not caffeine. It's not your iron levels. And it's not your thyroid, well, probably not. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what's draining your energy every single day, why your sleep isn't restoring you the way it should, and the 3 changes that make the biggest difference, fast. Stay until the end, because the third one is the one most people completely overlook, and it might be the reason you've been struggling for years. Let's start with something called sleep quality versus sleep quantity. Most people track how many hours they sleep. Nobody tracks how restorative those hours actually are. Here's the thing. Your brain cycles through different stages of sleep throughout the night. The deep sleep stage, known as slow-wave sleep, is where your body repairs tissue, consolidates memory, and resets your nervous system. The problem? Most adults in the UK, Canada, and Australia are getting significantly less deep sleep than they think, not because of their schedule, but because of what happens in the 4 to 6 hours before bed. Blue light from screens, eating too close to bedtime, and chronic low-grade stress all suppress the hormones your brain needs to drop into deep sleep. You're asleep, but you're barely recovering. This is called sleep debt, and it compounds. One bad week of shallow sleep can leave you running on a deficit that takes weeks to repay. Now, before we go further, I want you to do something. Think about the last time you woke up feeling genuinely rested. Not just functional. Actually good. Can you even remember when that was? If the answer is months, or years, you're not alone. And here's the thing. It's not because you're broken. It's because nobody ever told you what's actually happening. Let's fix that right now. Drain number 1. Cortisol dysregulation. Cortisol is your body's stress hormone, but it's also your natural wake-up signal. In a healthy system, cortisol peaks sharply in the morning. This is what's supposed to make you feel alert, and gradually decreases throughout the day, falling low at night so melatonin can take over. But in people with chronic fatigue, this curve gets flipped. Cortisol stays flat in the morning, which is why you feel groggy, then spikes in the evening, which is why you can't fall asleep or stay asleep. This creates a loop that no amount of sleep can fix, because the underlying hormonal pattern is broken. The main driver of this? Unpredictable schedules, chronic stress, and inconsistent wake times. Yes, waking up at different times every day is one of the most underrated causes of fatigue. Here's something that should make you angry. This information, about cortisol curves and circadian rhythm, has been in the scientific literature for decades. It's taught in medical schools. But it never makes it into mainstream health advice because it doesn't sell anything. No supplement fixes a broken cortisol curve. No mattress corrects it. Only behavior does. Keep that in mind as we go through the next 2 drains, because the same pattern repeats. Drain number 2. Blood sugar instability. This one is hidden in plain sight. When you eat a meal high in refined carbohydrates or sugar, your blood sugar spikes rapidly. You get a short burst of energy, and then crashes hard, usually 60 to 90 minutes later. That post-lunch slump you feel every single day? That's a blood sugar crash. And if it's happening multiple times a day, your energy is riding a roller coaster your body was never designed to sustain. The fix isn't complicated, but it requires understanding which foods are causing the problem. We'll come back to that in a moment. Drain number 3, and this is the one most people miss completely, is nervous system overload. Your autonomic nervous system has two modes: sympathetic, which is your fight or flight mode, and parasympathetic, which is your rest and digest mode. Modern life, constant notifications, background noise, back-to-back tasks, always being on, keeps most people locked in sympathetic overdrive for the majority of their waking hours. The consequence? Your body is burning energy at an emergency rate, all day, even when nothing is actually happening. You're exhausted because your nervous system never actually rests, even when you're watching TV or scrolling your phone. Those activities don't deactivate the stress response. They actually maintain it. Fix number 1. Anchor your wake time, not your bedtime. Most sleep advice tells you to go to bed at the same time every night. That's harder to control. What you can control is when you wake up. Set a fixed wake time, ideally within 30 minutes of the same time every day including weekends, and your body will naturally start to regulate its cortisol curve within 2 to 3 weeks. This single change has more impact on daytime energy than almost any supplement or sleep product on the market. Get outside within the first 30 minutes of waking up. Natural light in the morning is the most powerful signal your circadian clock receives. It triggers a cortisol spike at the right time, which means it will fall at the right time, letting melatonin rise naturally at night. Quick check. Are you still with me? Good, because fix number 2 is the one that surprised me the most when I first encountered the research. Most people assume their afternoon crash is normal. It isn't. It's a symptom. And it disappears faster than almost anything else once you understand what's driving it. Fix number 2. Protein before carbohydrates. You don't need to eliminate carbs. You need to buffer them. When you eat protein and fat before, or alongside, carbohydrates, you slow down the rate at which glucose enters your bloodstream. This flattens the spike. No spike means no crash. Your energy stays level for 3 to 4 hours instead of collapsing after 90 minutes. A practical rule: at every meal, make sure you're eating at least 20 to 30 grams of protein. Eggs, Greek yogurt, chicken, fish, legumes, the source matters less than the amount. Do this consistently for 2 weeks and the afternoon energy crash will largely disappear. Fix number 3. Schedule a nervous system reset every day. This doesn't mean meditation, though it can. It means deliberately activating your parasympathetic nervous system for at least 10 to 20 minutes at some point in the day. This could be a slow walk outside with no headphones. It could be slow, diaphragmatic breathing, inhale for 4 counts, exhale for 6 to 8. It could be lying down in a dark, quiet room with no screens. The science behind this is clear. The vagus nerve, which connects your brain to most of your major organs, acts as the switch between stress mode and recovery mode. Slow, extended exhales directly stimulate it. 10 minutes of this practice resets your nervous system in a measurable way, lowering heart rate variability, reducing cortisol, and shifting your body back into recovery mode. This is the fix most people never try because it feels too simple. It isn't. If you implement just one thing from this video this week, make it the wake time anchor. Set one fixed time. Get outside within 30 minutes. Do it every day including weekends. That's it. The results will show up in your sleep data within 7 days. If this was useful, subscribe, because this channel exists for one reason: to give you the science your doctor doesn't have time to explain, in a format you can actually act on. Next video: the 5 foods that are silently destroying your sleep, and the 1 drink that works better than any sleeping pill on the market. If you're struggling with sleep, you need to see that one. It's the next video up.